Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on the quick air run, the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
There we go. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Pro Fan Talk. It is the Saturday night edition. College football is in effect. And we saw the biggest of the big fall today. I got LSU and Clemson. LSU just scored. Nussmeier's having a good game. And does that make Nussmeier the put him in the early lead for the Heisman now? I mean, they talk about that crap too much for the first game of the season. And you know what? I watched Texas and Ohio State, my Buckeyes. I'm an Ohio boy from Cincinnati, but I watch all Ohio schools, Cincinnati, Old State, Dayton, Cavaliers, Indians, or Guardians, I should say. But Ohio State put it on Arch Manning today. They should have had a shutout. If my man can get his hands together 4 inches closer, he would have had that pick, and Texas never scores. And then they, good pass, and I thought that the ball hit the ground on the first score from Texas in the fourth quarter, but they gave him the catch. But it is what it is. But overall, Arch Manning was not good at all. And it's funny because I did just like a YouTube short. It was like maybe 17 seconds. And it was Paul Feinbaum saying that Arch Manning was the best thing that came in, best quarterback in college football since Tim Tebow. And I was like, huh. And then he damn near laid an egg. Because if it wasn't for the long passes in the fourth quarter, he barely would have had 150 yards passing. Barely. So Arch Manning was not good at all. All of the hype. And like I said in my little video, it's one thing to be hyped. It's another thing to live up to it. And he didn't live up to it. But watch what happens going forward. I don't even know who Texas plays next. But watch what happens going forward. Everybody's going to use an excuse. I saw some people in my comments. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring them up. We're going to address this. I'm like, nah. If you a number one and you number one in the Heisman ranking before you play the game and you getting all of this hype, Jimmy Haslam, the owner for the Browns, was at the game on Texas sidelines. First time the Cleveland owner has ever gone to a college game, I believe. Or at least been on the sidelines. He was on the sidelines. So I go back to my conspiracy theory I said last week. Haslam is tanking this year because he wants to have a chance to get Arch Manning. That's what he's doing. So I don't know if he's going to keep Shador as trade capital or both him and Dylan Gabriel because he wants Arch Manning. Now, I know the Manning said that he's not coming out. He's committed to Texas football. But they change their minds with stuff like that all the time. So once again, my conspiracy theory is Cleveland is tanking this season so they can find a way to get Arch Manning. That's what I think they're doing. It's crazy. He's going into his sophomore year. Was he a true freshman last year? I thought he was a third-year player. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. But it's he could come out early. He could definitely come out early. But even if he stays, I ain't no telling what's going to happen with him. I ain't no telling what's going. So he was a true freshman last year. Okay. So then he does have to stay. But like I said, Jimmy Haslam ain't never been on the college sideline before. Why was he there for Arch Manning? He trying to find a way to get Arch Manning. And in my opinion, Dylan Gabriel ain't got a shot. Neither does Shador. Neither does Shador. So they're gonna roll with Joe Flacco. If Dylan Gabriel gets in there, Dylan Gabriel's gonna have to literally light it up. He's gonna have to do a Brock Purdy on him. That's what he's gonna have to do. But having said all of that, let's get back to the game. And the Buckeyes put them beads on them. Defense won this game for Ohio State. And I tweeted that I was conflicted because Matt Patricia is Ohio State's defensive coordinator. And I was like, yeah, I'm very conflicted. As an Ohio boy, that's an Eagles alum, I'm conflicted right now. And I was like, if they pitch a shutout on Texas, I might have to come around on Matt Patricia. And they didn't. But still, Ohio State's defense was above board today. They were outstanding. So hold on for a sec. That's what I was looking for. Let me look on my channel and let me look at the shorts. This was the 632 views. And let me read some of my comments. Right? Let's go back to Paul Feinbaum. So, okay. All right. I want y'all to see this. Let me bring y'all in here. All right. So check this out. Matter of fact, let me move me to the other side. So I want y'all to check this out. This right here. So this is Truth Warrior 2149 about 3 hours ago. He says, "Child, please. It's the first game of the season. He played Ohio State at Ohio State. His receivers dropped a bunch of balls. He threw for more yards than the opposing quarterback who had been hyped up quite a bit. He's one guy." Stop it. When you one guy and you get more hype than anybody else in college football, I'm expecting you to be good. Nussmeier's playing better than Arch Manning did, and the game ain't even over. So I stop that. Stop it. He overthrew 3 balls. He underthrew 3 balls. I think he overthrew 2 balls and underthrew 3 of them. So he did not have a good game at all. Then he throws a pick. Should have been 2 picks. If it wasn't for if that linebacker could get his hands together just a little bit more, it would have been 3 interceptions. Ohio State defense put them beads on them, and it wasn't nothing they could do. They tried to tush push, and they couldn't get that on the 2-yard line or whatever it was. They couldn't even get that done. So it was Ohio State's defense. This was me when they did that play. Me looking at Texas trying to run the tush push on Ohio State. If everybody could do it, everybody would do it. They just didn't get it done. Arch Manning was very underwhelming. And we'll just leave it at that. He was very underwhelming. But he got all the hype in the world. So I have no sympathy for Arch Manning. None. And yeah, they dropped some balls, but he threw bad balls. Very bad balls. He had an easy first down, and he throws the ball over the dude's head, and he can't get up to get it. What do you want to say? The proof is in the pudding. Watch the tape. You're supposed to be a number one, already leading for the Heisman Trophy. And it's like, nah, man, you got to earn your way. And this is what I say. The same thing, very similar to how these things happen. I love making the comparison with Jalen Hurts. I love making that comp. Everybody talks all of that smack until the game starts. You got to play the game. You just thought that this kid was going to go out there in Columbus at Ohio State and was just going to light Ohio State up. He only played, what, 2-3 games last year? Started, I mean. So, I don't know. I'm just like, I have zero sympathy for people trying to make excuses for Arch Manning. He played horrible. The best thing Arch Manning did was own up to it in the press conference. It was like, yeah, I got to be better. We got to be better. That's that whole thing. I like that. I appreciate that. But guess what? They put belt to ass today. Them Buckeyes put belt to ass. And he going to have to just totally light it up for him to still be in the running for the Heisman. Because now, after this performance, is way too many people that are ahead of him right now. But I was like, I was underwhelmed big time. And the reason why I can say that is because just imagine if they had beaten Ohio State in Columbus. Arch Manning would have been on every channel, would have been the Heisman hopeful, and all it would have been was Arch Manning, Heisman, Arch Manning, Arch Manning, Arch Manning, Heisman, 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 Arch Manning. They would have went to the nth degree. Just like people get tired of hearing about Caitlin Clark, that's where Arch Manning is right now. And he hasn't done anything. He hasn't won anything. At least Caitlin Clark got to the finals twice. She played in the championship game twice. So Arch Manning got, maybe they would have won last year if they'd have went to Arch Manning earlier. But they didn't. They didn't last year. So it is what it is. But stop with the overhyping people. Let them play a couple games first. There should be no pre-Heisman hype whatsoever until game number 3. That way you got 2 games in your pocket and you can see who's clearly the better player. You don't have preseason in college. So it all comes off of, so now you're going to have all of these people. Who are the Heisman hopefuls now after one game? And rest assured, whoever Texas plays next, they're going to be trying to hype Arch Manning back up. The minute he has a good game, he's going to be right back in the Heisman race. And he probably don't deserve it. Because how do you win a Heisman and you lose your first game of the year? How do you do that? I'm sure there's some people where that's happened before, but not with a bad. If you lose and you throw for 400 yards, that's one thing. But when you lose and you barely get 170, you get 170 because I believe he had like a 50-yard touchdown or something like that. So not a fan. Not a fan. What was his? Trying to see his box score. Yeah, his longest was a 32-yard play. That was his longest pass today. 32 yards. So 56.7 completion rating. Like, nah, that's not gonna get it. They play San Jose State next. Yeah, he gonna crush that game. I'm with you. Florida State looks good, man. There's a lot of people better than Arch Manning, and they're gonna try to pump him up every chance they get. Every chance they get. Kansas State is up 3 on North Dakota. It looks like they're gonna win. Like I said, LSU just took the lead. Michigan is killing New Mexico. Texas Tech that's not even a game. Mississippi, that's not even a game. 47-7. That's what you, if you a Heisman, if you're the number one Heisman Trophy person, that's what you need. You need 34 to 17. You need 47 to nothing. And you 300 yards. That's what you need. Texas Tech over Arkansas Pine Bluff. That's a homecoming game right there. Good Lord. Ole Miss versus who was this? Georgia State. See, that's what you need. This right here. Ole Miss, Austin Simmons, 20 of 31, 341 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 picks. But you need them yardage. Look at that yardage. 341. 341 with 3 tutties. All hype. All hype. And they've been hyping him up since the word go. Since the word go. And you know what the first thing everybody's gonna bring up? The first thing everybody's gonna bring up. He ain't even as good as Shador. And he got an offensive line. And he got receivers. And he got everything you want. He goes to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Shador did it at Colorado. So with no offensive line. And Colorado still ain't got an offensive line. Colorado looked like hot garbage. Coach Prime coached like hot garbage. How the hell are you going to have 1:07 left and 2 timeouts and not use any of them? Not use any of them. I didn't understand that at all. I didn't understand that at all. Then you saw Michael Vick at Norfolk State. They got mollywopped like 24-7. 27-7, I believe it was. It is, listen, being a head coach is not easy. It is not easy. I always use the example of Terrell Buck. I think it was Terrell Buckley in the XFL, and all them people that talk that smack, talking about players know football and they will be better coaches. And it's like, it's a lot more to it than that. It's a lot more to it than that. I don't even know if Djax won. Djax is at Delaware State. So I'm not sure if they won their first game. But Michael Vick, his team did not look good at all. They couldn't score. So let me see. Something just happened with Clemson. Nope. Incomplete pass. And are they kicking a field goal now? Arkansas 52, Alabama A&M 7. Green 24 for 31, 322, and what was it? 4 touchdowns or something like that. That's the kind of performance Arch Manning needed. He didn't get. Absolutely, he did much better. People forget that. The only thing about Jalen Hurts that people want to talk about was when he got benched for Tua Tagovailoa. That's the only thing everybody wants to talk about. They don't want to talk about when he almost won the Heisman at Oklahoma. They want to forget about that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? People get convenient amnesia. Jalen Hurts is playing better than most first-round draft picks at the same position. So people going to hate. I'm not, that's why I don't pay attention to rankings. The rankings don't mean nothing. Texas was ranked number 1 going into the season. How did they get ranked number 1? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Nah. You got to play the game, man. You got to play the game. So, it is what it is. You already know that he going to get crazy amount of hype just because of his name. But you know what? I just laugh when people don't live up to their expectations. Y'all put him on the pedestal. Did nobody else do that but the media? And he does not live up to the hype. That's why, you look at Jalen Hurts, you look at Caitlin Clark, you look at LeBron and Tiger and people that were super, super hyped coming out of college or high school. LeBron James, in my opinion, LeBron James and Tiger Woods were the most dominant to ever come out of their respective schools, with the edge going to LeBron because LeBron came out of high school and LeBron was immediately impactful. Immediately. Kobe Bryant took him a couple years. Darius Miles, come on. Shaquille, even though he went to LSU, he was immediately impactful. Immediately. So there's a handpick a handful of people that can be like that immediately. And then you look at somebody like Travis Hunter. You look at somebody like Shador that went to Jackson State and they talked all of that smack because you went to a small football championship subdivision at historically black college, HBCU. They just not good enough. The talent's not there. How is he going to make it at a big program? Listen, man, and I say this all the time. The same 100 yards I ran for in high school, the same 100 yards I ran for in college is the same 100 yards I ran for with the Philadelphia Eagles. 100 yards is 100 yards. A first down is a first down. It doesn't change. It does not change. When you get the ball in somebody's hands, what are they going to do with it? That's the only thing you should be worried about. Not when they were drafted. Not are they 6'4". Not can they throw for 5,000 yards. That should not be. That. What you want to know is if they got the ball in their hands, can they help you win games? Period. Period. How many people? Phillip Rivers. How many yards did he throw for a career? Never won a Super Bowl. You can go down a list of great quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl. One of the greatest to ever do it, Dan Marino, got there his rookie year and thought he was just going to continue to go back. Never went back. Never won it. Never won it. So you got people like that everywhere. First round picks, and they just can't get it done. Manning isn't overrated. Big Ten teams have NFL-sized line of scrimmage from best to worst. Teams like Rutgers bully opponents up front outside of conference play. I beg to differ, man. I beg to differ. Manning is overrated. If they are rating him the best quarterback in college football right now, you got to play to your status. Absolutely, you can have bad games. Absolutely, you can have bad games. But if they're going to put that hype on you, you have to answer the call. You have to. So, and if it was anybody else, and that's what irks me a lot. And yes, I have a bias because I'm from a small school. I'm from a 1AA school. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. Used to be called 1AA. Now it's called Football Championship Subdivision. Why they ever changed that, I have no idea. That's too hard to say. Too many damn syllables. 1AA just rolls off the tongue. Should have left it alone. Just like Cracker Barrel. Leave it alone. Don't change shit. Stop changing stuff. But when you have all of that hype, and again, the easy comp is you look at what they did to Shador last year. Every chance they could to nitpick at his game. Whether it was right or wrong, because most of the criticism of Shador was fair. It was valid criticism. Held on to the ball too long. Always trying to make a play. And because he made a play, he put himself in harm's way, put himself and the ball in harm's way. Absolutely, that is a fair criticism. He did the same thing against the Rams in the last preseason game. Because when you find yourself in trouble, you revert back to old habits. Everybody knows that. Valid criticism. And everybody, regardless of how many touchdowns he threw, regardless of him with the pinpoint accuracy when getting blasted in the face, regardless of all of that, they would always remind you of his shortcomings, of his warts. They always took time to tell you that. Well, now I know Arch Manning's warts. Sometimes he throws off his back foot and he throws the ball low. Sometimes he rushes the throw and he throws off his back foot and it sails on him. So now I've seen it. He can run. He's pretty fast. He's got great size at 6'4". So he's got all of the measurables. He's got all of the intangibles. But let's see if he can. Let's see if he can win. Let's see if he can win. Because winning, all of a sudden, especially in regards to Jalen Hurts, winning doesn't count anymore. Yeah, y'all run with that. Yeah, Carlos, I got it on. I got it on. LSU trying to hang on. Defense wins championships. Defense wins championships. Chris, I would beg to differ, my friend. And I've heard many. Usually, this comes from the Mannings, Eli and Peyton, because apparently Cooper was the best out of all three of them. But I believe he got hurt in high school. Something happened. He got hurt bad, and then he couldn't play no more. That's why he doesn't play. But Cooper was supposed to be good. But, things happen. Things happen. So, well, that's what it was, a spine injury. I knew it was something bad. I didn't know if his knee got wrecked or I don't know what the situation was. But, yeah, they said Cooper was good. And you see, his son is good. He's just not that good yet. Yeah, Bama lost. Bama lost today. Listen, man, anybody can get got. Anybody can get got. You never know. You gotta you gotta show and prove everything. Nussmeier is playing ball right now. Nussmeier is playing ball right now. What's his box scores look like? 26 for 36, 227. 1 touchdown, no turnovers. Yeah, that's going to be rough, man. That's going to be rough. Saban get fired. Jahad Campbell's out of there. They ain't got no defense. What happened? What happened? What happened to him? What happened to him? Yeah, I never seen any high school tape on him, but I remember hearing stories, and I remember seeing a interview or something with Peyton, and I remember Peyton saying that Cooper was the best. So, did he? What you said? Spinal stenosis? Is that a disease, or did he get hurt? So, who you talking about, Tiff? Who you talking about? That's right. Penn State handled business today too, didn't they? There's a lot of good games. Castellanos, FSU. What was the kid from Tennessee? The kid from Tennessee. Joey Aguilar. 16 for 28, 247, 3 tutties. Put it down. Put it down on him today. He's a replacement player. Got you. That's all right. So yeah, that's what okay. I knew it was something like that. So I thought he smashed his knee, but yeah, that's a disease. So yeah, Nussmeier is looking good right now, man. Nussmeier is looking good. Getting it done. Running out. Clemson is running out of time. So this is Clemson is in the red. Oh, that's LSU coming out. So LSU is backed up. They're on the 19-yard line, 18-yard line. Screen. Clemson sniffed that out pretty good. That's the one thing I will say. Ohio State, y'all need to get yourselves a punter. Y'all special teams did not look good today. He shanked 2 punts, I think. He had one good one, and then he shanked the other 2. Yeah, he was good today. He was good today. So, second and 11. LSU was on the 17. They lost a yard on that last play. Handoff. Bounces outside, nowhere to go. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. So everybody get like, I don't understand what people think Shador was so bad. And I'm like, he only had the best accuracy in college football. So, that's just hating on the kid. If he was good, he was good. So don't hate on Shador and then give Arch Manning every excuse in the world. So, that's a score. That's a touchdown. So, yeah, man, Brian, I'm with you, bro. It's football season. It's Dallas week for reals. It's Dallas week right now. So, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Alabama needs Nick to come out of retirement. Not gonna happen. But I understand. I understand. If Archer's last name was Smith, yeah, I agree. It would be a different story, but it's not. It's Manning. So he's gonna get the circus that comes with that. And he's gonna get every benefit of the doubt. Everyone. Everyone. He could rob a bank and people will say, I'm not sure that was him. Ooh, good. Get upfield. Get upfield. Dumped it off to the running back. He trying to run east to west. You got to get upfield, son. So it's 4th down. Are they going for it? No, I don't think so. Are they punting or are they going for it? I think they're punting. You know what, Tiff? I'm gonna reserve judgment. Because I know. Listen, I know Arch Manning is a good quarterback. I know that. I know Shador was a good quarterback. At this point in time, Shador is better than Arch, absolutely. But what people automatically throw in is they want to go with all the intangibles. He's 6'4". He's got the arm. He's got blah blah blah, and then really it just goes off of how big they are and how many yards did they throw for. They're not really concerned about wins and losses. They want the look of a good quarterback. If they can win, that's a bonus. But they want the look of a quarterback. So it is what it is. But I just thought that was funny. Everybody and their mother coming out saying that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Anytime you mention the quarterback, a sophomore quarterback, and they mentioned him with Tebow, because even we all know Tebow was not a great quarterback, but he had an aura about him that was undeniable, and he ended up winning a lot of games. So I guess that's the right comp, but you gotta move that little suction part on the bottom, because you're gonna get caught up in that mess. You're gonna get caught up in that mess. You're gonna wear either my Saquon, AJ Brown. That's a good problem to have. Michigan played solid today. Did Notre Dame play today? I didn't see a score. Arch benefits from his last name and juggernaut team. I agree. Let me be honest with you. Ohio State's offense struggled. Their offense struggled. Their defense came to play. Defense won that game from Ohio State today. Offense was suspect at best. Um, both quarterbacks were average at best. At best. The O State quarterback had that long play. What is his name? Nespin? What was his name? I can't remember now. Blanking on his name. But he was, excuse me, he was just okay too. He had that one long pass, great catch by Tate. And that was on the money. Tate didn't double clutch it. The dude from Texas just got his hand in there. But that was great concentration on Tate. Yes, Tebow was built like a fullback. Yes, he was. He more like a tight end. Because I think Tebow was like 6'2". So Notre Dame plays tomorrow. Okay. They play Miami. That's gonna be a good one. So Nina says she already got the outfit picked. Starting the season off with Jalen Hurts. Chip Kelly is OSU offensive coordinator. Kelly is the worst. Is he the offensive coordinator now? I thought he left last year. Matt Patricia's there, but I don't think that's happening. Rutgers and Maryland joining the Big Ten. I can't argue with that, Albert. But they're gonna follow the money. They're gonna follow the money, man. I can't get mad at them for that. When you sign up to be homecoming, you take your paper and keep it moving. So, people want to boycott. Don't go to no games. Not gonna happen. So. But it'll be interesting to see what all of the talk is on Monday. So I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Chip Kelly is out of there. He's with the Raiders now. That's what I thought. I'm gonna be biased with Seth because I played with Seth. So, I'm gonna go old school, bro. Go with the Seth Joyner jersey. My teammate from my era. He was our defensive captain. Let's go. Yeah, you ain't saying nothing, Tiff. Howie don't sit still. Howie don't get no sleep. Howie a damn vampire. That's what Howie is. He a vampire. So this game gonna be rocking. I'm curious of how Dallas is doing with Micah just leaving. Micah just dipped, deuces on him, and was gone. That's funny. And then I heard Mike Florio's comments. I heard who was that? What's the girl? Jane Slater. And then you had the interview with Stephen A. Smith with Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones he can't get out of his own way. Can't do it. Always got to do something. Always got to say something. Always got to put your fingers, always getting involved when you don't have to. So, minute 34 left. Clemson's got one timeout. LSU's got 2. And Clemson's got the ball. They are in the red zone. They are at the 20. Short pass, dumps it off. He gets maybe 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, they have a game to get ready for, but when you lose a piece like Micah Parsons, when you lose a piece like that, it does affect you. It does affect you because they lost arguably their biggest defensive star. Yeah, I hope you're right. I think this is AJ's year this year. I think he's gonna go easily over 1,000, but he might be at like 1,500 before it's all said and done. Still looking at LSU and Clemson. Clemson can't get it together. They still at the 20-something yard line. Jerry Potter is in the building. Jerry Potter's in the building. What's going on? Hold on, Jerry. Hold on. I got to get my graphics up, but in the meantime and in between time, if you work your thing, I work mine. Where we going with these ads? Come on now. Come on now. Well, they be killing, man. So now all of a sudden, the YouTube ads, you got to play them all the way. Damn. And then there's another ad right after it. Damn. Can't win. You can't win. There we go. We got a new member. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Jerry. Thank you for becoming a member of my team, my squad, my go-tos. I appreciate that, brother. Much love. Matter of fact, let me see. All right, you just got your wrench. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Appreciate that, Jerry. Tell your friends about me. We need more people, man. Still got the goal to get like 100 people on stream. So we working at it. You know, we building to it. Been watching me and Tone for a while. Appreciate that, man. Me and Tone got a new show coming. We gonna I guess we can debut tomorrow, since tomorrow is the regular season show. So after I get done with this stream, I might try to work on some new graphics and stuff tonight. Then we got, so the new format is tomorrow and Tuesday. So we're gonna go game day and then Tuesday. Tuesday is the NFL's day off. We went Tuesday because we got right after Monday Night Football. So that'll be a lot to talk about. And then also right before, a day before, or 2 days before technically, Thursday Night Football. So yep, Tone the Shields. That's my guy. That's my partner. Yep. Me and Tone. So check us out. If you got one computer on the phone, have one system on me on Pro Fan Talk and have another system on Tone, Chalk It Up Sports. There's enough room for everybody to eat. That's what I'm saying. But I'm trying to cultivate some more people, because like this week I've stuck to my goal. Every night I went at 10:30. So I think this is my 4th day in a row I've been at 10:30. So, and I'm getting good numbers, because I'm trying to go late so all my West Coast people can tune in. East Coast is late, but it's not that late. Come on, you know you be at the club later than this. So, all right, that's a wrap. LSU 17, Clemson 10. Nussmeyer had himself a game. 28 for 38, 230 yards and a tutty. That's a good game today. But that kid Aguilar put on the show today too. So yeah, y'all. Still working on my 10K, man. Still working on my 10K. Hold on. Let me see see if I can do this. Hold on. There we go. That's my live count right now. So I'm getting there. I'm at 7,800. So, I'm trying to get to see if I can get to 8,000. See if I can get about 200 subs in a week. So I'm working though. We working, we building it, we getting it. Tiffany says she likes the late shows because she's a night owl. So yeah, man, he was good on Jacob. That's when me and Tone connected. I met Tone through Barrett Brooks. Barrett Brooks got me on. I used to talk to Barrett all the time, still do, because I would see Barrett all the time at Eagles alumni functions. So we hooked up. I was like, dude, you got to come on the podcast, blah, 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 blah. And then Barrett got me on Jacob Media when he used to do the show with him, Derek Gunn, and Rob Ellis, and Tone used to produce. So Barrett introduced me to Tone because Tone was producing everything when they had their show. So we used to do that all the time. And they brought me on there like 3 times, helped me a lot, learned a lot from them. Definitely got me a little boost to my channel. And and that's where I met Tone, and we've been rocking it ever since. So yeah, I don't really watch Jacob that much anymore. John McMullen's on in the morning, but there's other things that I'm producing my own content in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's it's just one of them things. Just one of them things. Yeah, Barrett, man, they was doing some shady stuff. They was doing some shady stuff. So it is what it is. Business is business. Friends is friends. Don't confuse the two. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, but yeah, we growing. Hopefully, I can get to 8,000 pretty quick. I can get to 8,000 pretty quick. So, we working. We working. I'm still waiting on that one video, man. Waiting for that one video to pop. So everybody one video away. I'm changing up some of my content a little bit. I'm about to jump back into watching film. I was watching film on what's the guy Lampkin that we just signed. I was actually watching film on him when the Micah Parsons stuff happened. So I couldn't get that footage up. So, but I will. I just uploaded my new telestrator for OBS. I love this thing. It's always ready. And all I got to do is let it know what I want to do. And I can draw on it, have some fun on it. And we can do arrows, X's, O's. I can change colors on the fly. All of that stuff. Go here, go here. All right, I got a pen. I got to get my tablet together. And we got you block, you go up to the second level, and you go back. So I can do all this drawing stuff on the real time. So that's what I'm working on when I watch film. I got the telestrator. I'm ready to go. Make my lines thicker, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know me, man, with the graphics. I'm on top of it. So that's the next thing that's gonna happen. I'm gonna get back into watching film. Definitely gonna get back into watching film. So should be fun. Let me see. The late JB was a true junkyard dog. Yes, that is true. That is true. Jerome Brown died in 92. When I was a rookie in 93, that was still fresh in a lot of people's mind. And I remember, I believe it was his widow came up and spoke to the team and all of that type of stuff. Because again, it was still fresh. It was still fresh. So, but we used to do crazy things. crazy things. I remember Vi Sikahema. Remember back then in '93, the Vipers had just come out, the Dodge Vipers. Vi Sikahema got a Dodge Viper from his guy at the dealership. So he pulls up in his Viper, man. Everybody's looking at this thing. It was blood red with the stripes on it. It was nice. It was nasty. So he decides he wants to show off in the parking lot. So he puts his football helmet on, right? And he's hauling ass through the vet parking lot. Now the vet parking lot is not even. It's not. It's like mounds and bounces, and it almost like every place that there was a light post, the ground raised a little bit, and Vi was hauling ass through that parking lot. It was empty, but he hit one of those mounds and got airborne for just a split second and almost lost control of that car. Almost lost control of it. And it was like, man, doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. But that was the sign of the times. That was, things like that happen all the time. So it made me appreciate my little truck. Bought my little Eddie Bauer edition Ford Explorer. So, but yeah. Yeah, Vi, man. Vi was cool. Vi was a good dude, man. Still is a good dude. Vi was the joker in the locker room, man. Vi would get on the phone up to the offices and tell one of the rookies, like, hey, you got a call from upstairs. And he would put like Cream of G-Sick on the phone. So you'd be like, hello. And you get all of the stuff on the side of your face. Yeah. Vi was the prankster. He was definitely the prankster. So, yeah. Jose Canseco. I remember that. Vi Golden Gloves, man. Vi can scrap. Vi is no joke. And I don't understand why Canseco did that. Like, I don't understand why he didn't do his homework. Vi is no joke. You can look up his accolades when it comes to boxing. He did not play. He didn't play. So, yeah, it was Canseco. That was funny. That was funny. So, so Notre Dame plays tomorrow. Let me see. Am I getting any more comments? Nah. I didn't get any more comments about Feinbaum, about my Arch Manning take. So, and that's good. Good. It's the way it's supposed to be. Don't mess with me. Do not mess with me. But all right, we've been rocking and rolling for about an hour. Just wanted to talk about all of these college games. Notre Dame goes tomorrow. I'll be watching that. The WNBA goes off tomorrow. It looks like Caitlin Clark is going to come back sometime soon. I can't wait. Indiana pulled out a good win yesterday over LA. They finally got a win against LA. Man, LA has had a number, and they had to scrap for it. Odyssey Sims went off, and they needed that. Lexi Hall went off. She had a good game. So, Indiana, they're gonna make a little run when the playoffs start. They got to get out of the first round, though. That's what they got to do. That's what they got to protect. Get out of the first round. So, Chris, you missed the conversation, man. We was yeah. Arch, he got exposed. Ohio State put them bees on him. They put hands on him. He had some errant throws. He should have had the one pick. He threw deep to the right side, and he just the Ohio State DB was there. Texas was not. And then the other one is an alarm. Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? The alarm. What, I don't know where my head is going. He threw a pick, Then the second one was the dude from Old State just couldn't get his hands together under the ball, and they had to review it and they overturned it. So um, yeah, he's very overrated. And I shouldn't say that. Maybe he's not, but they hyped him up too much. Let me say it like that. They hyped him up too much. So we'll see. But that's the stuff you're supposed to know when you're a Heisman hopeful. You can't be a Heisman hopeful. You can't be the one person that everybody's talking about before the games has even started, and then you know, you want to act like you own some truth serum all of a sudden. You want to take control and like, nah, let it be what it's gonna be. All the people in Michael Parsons' camp, let it be what it's gonna be. Same thing with Jerry Jones. You had your um, you had your opportunity to get Michael Parsons signed for less money, um, and keep and make everybody happy, but you didn't want to do it. It was clear in that press conference that you did not want to do that. So, hey, Chris, and guess what? Remember what I said about Cleveland tanking to get Arch Manning? Guess who was up? Guess who was on the sidelines today? Jimmy Haslam. Yep. So, all right, Drew the Longhorn, be out there. It's all good. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one, bro. You ain't got to like mine. I ain't trying to convince you or convert you. Just have a conversation. But in any case, uh, probably still gonna be a Dory at least. Yeah, I'm hoping Ja'Cory and Bennett will be okay. Um, I don't want to find. I don't want to wait until uh we're in the game to find out where our weakness is. We should know that ahead of time. So if it's a Dory, he gonna get put to the test. He gonna get put to the test. But Vic will have him ready. Vic will have him ready. Yeah, New York. New York is going back to the finals, most likely. Most likely. So, um, Chris, everybody's hoping for Ja'Cory and Bennett, but here's my logic. If Adoree Jackson shows up, I hope he shows up. We just need somebody in there that can play. Period. I don't care who it is. Adoree didn't have a good preseason, so I want to see the guy that's got some experience, that's still a little bit camp hardened and ready to rock and roll. So I don't want no surprises. I don't want no surprises. Let's just handle business on Thursday night and get in and get up out of there. Let Dallas walk to the airport for all I care. But in any case, Jerry Jones is cooked. Ain't that the truth? He getting senile, man. I heard that press conference and I was like, "Yup, Jerry's still talking, still talking." So yeah, I wonder what the head coach said about that. I wonder what the Schottenheimer said about getting rid of your best defensive player. Ugh. I saw that Landon Dickerson is back in the lineup. Looks like he is healthy. He will at least be a backup. I don't know if he's going to start, but he'll at least be a backup, which is good to see. We need everybody, all hands on deck. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely a good point. me see. Damn, did anybody win the Powerball? Is that 1 billion now? Lord have mercy. I have to buy me a ticket next week. Yeah. Everybody been practicing. I mean, it's game week, man. I didn't expect anything different. So they was just being cautious. And AJ, he had that hamstring issue. He'll be fine. So I don't know what's going on, Tiff. Sorry. Uh Nothing is coming out right. It's like this Saturday. This Saturday. Hey, is anybody cooking tomorrow for the holiday? I'm cooking tomorrow, not Monday. Always cook a day ahead. So when the holiday hits, you can relax on the holiday. So cleaned off both my grills yesterday, moved my smoker, moved my big wood burning smoker, got that out the way, cleaned up the back patio, um, got my charcoal laid in the grill. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at like 7 in the morning, get up, go straight outside and put. I got 4 racks of baby back ribs. I'm gonna put them on there. The rest is just hamburgers, hot dogs. My wife bought some fried chicken that she gonna stick in the oven to heat it up and be ready to go. Yo, Q, I ain't mad at you, bro. Fogo de Chao, Radizio's, however you want to do it, man. I am not. I'm with you 100%, bro. Brazilian steakhouse. Them Brazilian steakhouses, man. When they do them lamb chops on it, man. I don't know what they put on them lamb chops, but damn, they good. You see the Eagles running over 200 yards in week 1? Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. So we'll see. We'll see. That's why they play the game. That's why they play the game. It's hard to say anything now because you ain't got tape on nobody. So what is this? Uh but all right. I am about to get up on out of here. We've been rocking and rolling for a little over an hour. That's how I want to keep it. So tomorrow, me and Tone at 11 a.m. and Tuesday we are at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that might be a little early for some of you Westernites. and it's game week, man. The wait is over. The wait is over. I feel like I just was down at the art museum like yesterday. So we done went through all of this rigmarole, all of these signings, the whole Hassan Reddick thing, the whole Bryce Huff thing, Jalix Hunt, all of that. We done been through so much. New players, how he really leaning in on getting good players from the SEC, how he's killing it with that. So we in a good spot, man. We just got to win this game on Thursday. That's all. Win this game. You haven't heard a lot from a bunch of Cowboy fans like in the past because they know. Yeah. But all right, I'm gonna get up out of here. Um, I will see y'all tomorrow, and let's get ready for week 1, baby. Dallas week. Go Birds.